1 second, folks. Let me. I have to. I have to. Hold on. Good morning. Hold on. I'll say good morning to everybody here in a minute. There's the new world. There's the new. I gotta take. You know. Hold on. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jackie Cat. Good morning, CCS. Good morning, everybody. I just gotta take care of this real quick, and then we'll take care of. And then one day, I met a man who came to me and said, hard work good, hard work fine, but first take care of head. What the hell am I doing? There we go. Yeah, hold on now. Let's get back to. There we go. There. Now we can be on YouTube. Hold on. That's the kind of show we have today. Good morning, Monday. Good morning, everybody. Glad you guys are here. I'm glad I'm here. Glad we're here. Whew. Yeah, let's do it. Is Nerdy here? Nerd, are you here? Good morning, Nerdy. 5280, good morning, Mark Zamron. Good morning, Derek Anderson. Good morning, Joe Dees. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm rocking the Buckies. I'm moving the shelf. I'm switching the shelf around, Nerdy. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm crawling my way through this damn game, nerd. That's what's going on. This Might and Magic Book 1. Book of Secrets or whatever. It's really a difficult. Good morning, MVP. Good morning, TVA. We're not going to have, I don't think, we might not have the herbs today. We might not have the herbs. Good morning, Hager. Might not have the blue wrench of decency today. Apparently there's a hurricane. Alright, so here's the thing. For the entire week last week, good morning, Lord Divine. For the entire week last week, the hurricane was Beryl. It's barreling all through. And it's barreling through the Bahamas, and they were all like, yeah, all right, it's barreling through the Bahamas, and they're like, it's lashing the Jamaican coast. Oh yeah, it's lashing the Jamaican coast. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, everybody. It's all right. Good morning, trolls too. Who cares? We'll take care of him. No weed himself out though. It's whatever. I don't care. And then all the forecasts were like, it could hit Texas. It could hit. It's not gonna hit. It won't hit Texas. Not gonna hit Not even. It'll hit maybe Brownsville. Maybe this morning, Houston. Hi, Houston. How you doing, Houston? Galveston. Boom! Right up in you, Texas. Gotcha. Now Beryl is invading Now Beryl is no longer lackadaisically lashing out at the coast of Japan. Now it is strategically invading America. Now I gotta vote Beryl out. That's how far. That's how close. That's how in Beryl we gotta vote. That's as political as I get. Good morning. You guys can fight amongst yourselves politically. I don't care. I don't want you to. You shouldn't. It's dumb. But holy crap, is Texas gonna get smoked? And all week last week, none of the forecasters were like, yeah, it's going to hit Texas. They were like, maybe. It might hit Texas. I don't know. It might hit. Maybe. All the forecasts. None of them have them going, boop, boom, right up Houston. Houston had, like, woo. So, if you give a crap or whatever, then if you care about Herbie a little bit, send a little bit of your love. If you care, anybody that lives in Texas, down in that area, down in the Houston, Galveston, Alamo, I don't know what the hell's down there. Is the Alamo down there? I don't know. I don't care. I'm making stuff up as I go. Okay, poor Houston, poor Herbie, this asshole, man, oh man. He told me that he was going to strap himself, morning CCS by the way, that he was going to strap himself to the radar dish like like Lieutenant Dan. And like, is this all you got? Is this all you got? You call us a hurricane? I was like, dude, you already got the Herbie van. Alright, come on, man. You don't got to do that. Get out of the rain, Herbie. I was watching a forecast, one of the weather dudes earlier this morning, and this dude is withstanding like 60 mile an hour. He's like, whoa! Trying to do the report, right? But he's like in fear of his own, whoa! Just big old wind gusts. I'm like, dude, you don't have to do your job right now. You can go inside. We're inside. Why are you outside? You know, it's ridiculous what some people do for the education of others. Speaking of the education of others, nerd nature, seriously, don't play this game, Might and Magic. Don't. This game doesn't want you to win. It does not want you to win. Noah, I know, Noah, that's what I'm saying. Welcome to the show, Noah. Welcome to the show. I hope you're safe, man. Be safe. Morning Penny Pack, by the way. Oh, Penny's here she's here. Keep your F words to yourself. Penny Pack is here to collect. She came at me this weekend, and I gotta tell you, I couldn't pay up, and so that's why she's here this morning. She's never here. She's never here on a Monday. But here look, Penny, I'll get to you, okay? I'll get to you. Alright? Good night. No, you're not, Penny. I love that you're here. Thank you, Penny. So, nerd, I got the fifth, at 5th level for my wizard. I can fly now. And I can good, hold on. Good morning, Homegrow. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay. I can fly now. So the world is broken into like 4x4 grids. Like, so 1 grid, 2 grid, 3 grid, 4 grid, and then bop, 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 right? How much do I owe, Shane? I think around, what is it this time? It's like $1,100 and 7 cents. I think I've got the 7 cents somewhere. And I got the. Don't worry about. Don't give it. She gives me shit about the 7 cents. I'm like, look, what else am I gonna do? What can I do? Herbie! What up, Herbie? I see you. Herbie's like, what are you at are you at the local library? Is that where everybody's like all is that where you're all huddled up and you're like, hey, I gotta log into YouTube real quick. Get off the library computer. Somebody's trying to set up their insurance claim, Herbie. Come on. What are you doing? Someone's got a Maserati floating down the street right now, and there you are. You're just deleting comments. Morning, Herbie. Morning, Kira. Yeah, it is actually. It's from well, I was gonna make a joke about myself, and I'm like, no, yeah, it is, Kira. So here's what you can do: is you can just straighten your life a little bit, and then it'll be all right for you. As for me, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be fine. Just gotta straighten your life a little bit, and then it'll be all right. So, uh, for the Waz and Nerd Nature, I know that they like it when I absolutely destroy heavy metal, and I mean in different ways. In different ways. I looked up Nerd Nature instead of this song, so I'm gonna break this song real quick for you guys in honor of fifth place, and I can fly around now. And you almost kind of break the game when you can fly around. Don't worry about it. It's hard. It's hard. Um, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Is a here we go. I know production, right? If you can guess this one, then I'll read your cards. We'll do the cards. We've got pot cards, we've got pot tarot cards, and we've also got mushroom cards. We've got a big book. Look, what are Mondays here for? What am I thought about like what this show is all about, and it's all about me being a goofball. You getting your tarot cards read, and then us learning about philosophy. So, or whatever it is, the book that it is that we're reading at the time. We've been reading this book because we're trying to read the whole book. We're trying to learn. We're trying to like finish what we start. Right? It's tough. I want to read The Velveteen Rabbit too, just as much as you guys. But like, here we are. We're reading about philosophy. We got a big one coming up too. I kind of want to get through the whole thing, so we might just do two. Anyhow. Yeah, let's do this. I'm just going to read this song. It's Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath. I'm going to read this one, and we'll get this going. And we got more songs to guess. I love you guys. Here we go. Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath. Care of Me. We sail through endless skies. Stars shine like eyes. The black night sighs. Actually, if you listen to this, it's like super like they're on heroin or something. I don't get it. The moon in silver trees falls down in tears. Light of the night. The earth a purple blaze of sapphire haze in orbit always, while down below the trees, bathed in cool breeze. That's not how the song goes, I know. Silver starlight breaks down the night. It's not the song at all, right? And so we pass on by the crimson eye. Right, the sun. Oh, great God, Mars. Wow. As we travel through the universe. All right, yeah. The universe. It's that last line. As we travel through the universe. Alright, you know what else we're going to travel through real quick? I apologize for that. We're going to travel through, we're going to travel through my... Penny, I'm glad you're here, because I need you. I'm going to owe Penny a lot. We're going to travel through... I don't know how to say this correctly without saying it correctly. We're going to travel through my puberty a little bit. Oh my God, what did I just say? Oh, we're going to travel through 90s puberty. Maybe, I don't know, here we are. We're going to travel through 1990s puberty real quick. And I mean, like, this is a weird little sect of puberty, right? And it's going to start early and it's going to go on, right? And it's going to be like, obviously, this is puberty, right? Okay, here we go. Alright, so it's not the P word necessarily, but So we're gonna start. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. So when I say pure, this 1990s rock songs, and but like in a chronological, like maybe not I don't know, chronological. So we'll go. What year is that? Hold on, I gotta know what the year is. This year. Oh, come on. This is really bad. I'm sorry about this. Really bad. Really bad. The was. Uh, okay, yeah, I knew it was that. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The was cannot guess this song. Okay, here we go. 1994 is when this song came out. Whoever guesses this, I'll read your cards. And this is the beginning. This is like, yeah. Yeah, this isn't anything like, because we'll talk about it. Okay, so here we go. Whoever, here we go. You let me violate you. Right? Isn't this what everybody... You let me desecrate you. And I want, like... You let me penetrate you. We got N-I-N. Okay? You let me complicate you. Closer, 9-inch... Herbie, I'm going to read your cards. We got Herbie. Herbie. Alright, I'm reading your cards. I broke apart my insides. Help me. I've got no soul to sell. Help me. The only thing that works for me, help me get away from myself. I wanna... This is an expensive Monday. Fuck you like an animal. I wanna... No one... You had fair warning to any kid... Anyone that's not allowed to listen to this song. Fair warning, you should have turned this one. I wanna feel you from the inside. Don't worry, we'll get to, I wanna fuck you like an animal. My whole existence is flawed. You get me closer to God. Herbie, you guessed the song, so I gotta keep reading this thing. You can have my isolation. You can have the hate that it brings. You can have my absence of faith. You can have my everything. Right? You tear down my I'm not allowed to do that anymore, right? I can't do it. No, it's your sex I can smell. Help me. You make me perfect. Help me become somebody else, right? This is what we all thought. Like, in the beginning of puberty, like 1994, I'm like, yeah, help me. You know, like the mom would like quickly turn. I wasn't, you know what I listened to in the early 90s? All for One. I swear by the moon and the stars and the sky, right? And so I listened to that, and then we had John Michael Montgomery's version of, and I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky. Like, he just wasn't like all Scarfacey about it, but anyhow, so that was 9-inch nails. Nice job, Herbie. We'll get your cards read, and then we'll get to the next. I want the second person to read. Here we go. This year, so we start off with that, right? And then puberty kicks in. And we get this one here. Also, we got... This is how it actually came. This is how it kind of was a little bit. So, Herbie, you got first reading. Second reading. I wrote her off for the 10th time today. And practice all the things I would say. When she came over, I lost my nerve. I took her back and made her dessert. Now I know I'm being used. That's okay, man, cause I like the abuse. Mark Zamaron getting their offspring. Now I know she's playing with me. You gotta pay, right? 13, Jesus Christ. Is it cash? No, I can cash app her. It's not Loser, that's Beck. That's a great one. Self-Esteem by Offspring. Come on, Herbie, what are you goddamn doing? Alright, Herbie, you pick the next person I'm reading for. What are you doing? It's definitely Offspring, right? Here we go. No, this is like it's horrible music that the 90s gave me. Like, this is what I had to, like, latch on to in the 90s. This is what I had. I had Donna Lewis. I love you, always, forever, near and far. We'll stick together everywhere. I will be with you. I had Lisa Loeb with, Say You Don't No, oh my God. Lisa Loeb, you know what I'm talking about. That song. No, but there's this one. That's okay, cause I got no self-esteem. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just kind of wanted to yell a little bit, right? We make plans to go out at night. Who hasn't had this happen? I haven't had this happen. I haven't had this happen, actually. I did maybe once. I wait till 2 and I turn out the light. What I did is I waited until like 12 and then like another guy came more and I kind of was like, I gotta go. And I kind of like jetted out and I went to the, alright, these rejections got me so low. If she keeps it up, I just might tell her so. I never did though. Oh yeah, I kept it low. I was like, maybe she won't do it again. When she's saying, oh, that she wants only me, then I wonder why she sleeps with my friends. When she's saying, oh, that I'm like a disease, then I wonder how much more I can spend. A lot. Well, I guess I should stick up for myself, but I really think it's better this way. The more you suffer, the more it shows you really care. Right? Right? Yeah. Now relax. This little bit happens more than I'd like to admit. Late at night, she knocks at my door. Drunk again and looking to score. I know I should say no, but it's kind of hard when she's ready to go. I may be dumb, but I'm not a dweeb. I'm just a sucker with no self-esteem. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Right? And it just keeps like, I suck at life. Yeah, women. Right? This is what puberty gave me. This is what puberty gave me, Herbie. It gave us. It gave us Planet Caravan, and it gave us, oh boy, right? And then we've got this and then I listened to what oh man, here we go. She came down from the mountain. This is really bad. I'm sorry about that. Here we go. Leading up to the third song. I just read a little bit of it. I've sang this song before, but I love this song, right? So we got 9 Inch Nails Closer to Self-Esteem Pit with Offspring. Herbie, quick guessing. She is the next song. I'll give you the year later. She came down from the mountain, and I stood my ground on the mountain, Like a fire, I'm drawn to her lust. I can't run from her, but Lord, I must. Like a demon, I'm drawn to her flame. I'm gonna burn, calling her name. Gonna burn, calling her name. She's got a sweetness about her that I can't explain. And Jodie's got a wonderment about her that I can't deny. And if we are patient, then maybe we'll get it straight on the mountain. Bow, bow, like a fire, I'm drawn to her lust. I can't run from her, but Lord, I must. Like a demon, I'm drawn to her flame. I'm gonna burn, calling her name. I'm gonna burn, calling her name. Oh, I'll burn, calling her name. Mountain, tonic, right? That's puberty. That's what, I apologize to all of my girlfriends and all of the, I think I had like a girl that I proposed to at one time. That's what I came out of. That's what I was working with. Holy crap, that was love, right? Herbie, good, gross. So the 90s were really bad on giving us like, like, you had Marvin Gaye, like, what? Every Marvin Gaye was like, let's make love, and like, let's just, I'll do this for my lady, like, take care of each other kind of a thing. Like, Marvin Gaye was great. We didn't have any more Marvin Gayes after Marvin Gaye got shot by his dad, Alright, Herbie, what do you want? What do you want, Herbie? We got Herbie and Joe. Let's just do two. Do two readings. Herbie, what do you want? You want pot cards or you want mushroom cards? What do you want, my guy? She's got a wonderment about her that I can't deny. You want shroom cards? Alright, Herbie. We got shroom cards. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. We got philosophy book coming up. We got a big section in the philosophy book coming up. So, if you're here for that, cool. If you're not here for that, go ahead and dodge out, I promise you. So we're going to get through we're going to get to these two readings here for Herbie. Make sure he hasn't drowned yet. Herbie, you got your shroom card, so hope your van's alright, since we're not going to see your van in these shroom cards here. So, let's, stand up. Here we go. This is actually like one of my favorite segments of the show, is how messed up I can get tarot cards. So, and how sick I can make everyone. This is really bad. Hold on. If you have like a propensity towards motion sickness, I apologize for today. There we go. Now we'll do the quick little shuffle here. I don't know, man. He knows where all the cards are. I mean, how can I know where all the cards are when I'm just shuffling like, it's just 3 years, and when I'll make you pick one and you can cut it, It's like, it's not even, I don't know where all the cards are. Like, maybe the tower's right there. I think we're trying to avoid the devil, right? What is it that we're trying to avoid? Like, the flood? How about that one? I don't know if that's a card here. Is that a card here? The flood? Is that a card? I don't know. Let's find it, though. The Great Deluge? Hurricane? What's the next? Beryl? What did we miss? We missed Hurricane A. What was the A one? I don't know. Hurricane Amanda? Hurricane Abigail? Hurricane Aaron? Was it Alonzo? I think it was Alonzo. Hurricane Alonzo? Alright, 1, 2, 3. Pick up sticks. Camp chair time. Camp chair thing. You can sing a song. Do that. 1, 2, and 3. All right, Herbie. Which pile, my friend? 1, 2, or 3? I think that is it. Is it 1, 2, or 3? Three. Nobody picks 3, Herbie. You know that. I know that. You and I both know that nobody picks 3. That's why Herbie always picks 3. He's like, nobody picks 3. I'm gonna pick 3. Actually, I think a couple of people picked 3 last week. And here we go. All right, so we're gonna use these beautiful mushroom cards given to me by CCS and also given to me by Kim Golden Bolden and MVP. Get a hold of them if you're trying to get if you're in the Colorado area soon, right? With the or Nerdy Nature with the whole Myco group. You know, get a hold of them and get some information on the All right, here we go, Herbie. I do a then, now, and later reading. Then, you know, just to see like where you've been, where you at, and what we're gonna do about it. There we go. That's really it. Where you been, where you at, and what are we gonna do about it? Okay? Here we go. With these cards, because they're like aces and like actual, I don't know if we're gonna deal with like. Let's not deal with like placement like upside down or right side. Let's deal with like the positive, okay? Let's keep a positive spin on things. Unless it's the tower, then we'll just throw the tower out. Alright, no we won't. No we won't. We'll deal with it, okay? Herbie, here we go. 6 of Pentacles. Right side up. That's where you were. What's the 6 of Pentacles? Let's look this up. Let's look it up. My phone's like, don't look anything up. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Here we go. The 6 of Pentacles means that you are in a position where you have a good relationship with your income. Herbie, you've been working all right. You've been making do. You got everything taken care of, Con. You got like a hey, Herbie, you got $1? You got $1, my guy? Can I borrow? I think I can. People have been. Can I get a little extra, a little something? Or you stashed away. You got insurance. That's what you did. You got insurance on your house, and it saved your roof. That's what. You're like, thank God I got insurance. I'm not trying to like. No, because like Herbie will make me like work for money. He's like, I'm not just gonna give you $1. I'm gonna make you clean the windshield. All right, don't. I'm gonna give you. No, you need to clean the windshield first, and then, like me, I'm the guy. You're like, yeah, but you asked for $1, and you don't just get dollars. You know, I get it. You know, you're a good. He earns his money. He's got a good relationship with his finances. Right? He doesn't waste it on heading up to like crazy things like Marshfest. You know what I'm saying? He did once, okay? He did it one, but and that was more like he got permission from his family, and more like the family's like, woohoo, get out of here, you know. So it was more like the family vacation instead of Herbie vacation. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's where you were, Herbie. You got good money. You're good. You're loaded. All right, you're loaded. Everybody, if you need $1 or 2, get a hold of Herbie. Alright, that's what this card says. Said, actually, that's where you were. That's where we're at. Where are we now? You still got any money left? Let's see. The 9 of Pentacles. Oh, I know you're blooming. Hold on. Let's look at what the 6 of Pentacles card is real quick. The 6 of Pentacles is the Prince. Oh, you're fucking loaded. You're gonna pay my penny prices today. That's what today. I'm saying F words and P words all over this place. Oh, it's F words all around. Oh yeah, all around today. It's on Herbie, the prince. Ah. Penis. Yeah, right? And then we've got... Hold on, I'm gonna old man look this one up. Wood Bluet. 9 of Pentacles. Let's look up 9 of Pentacles. It's a Wood Bluet. I'm still in puberty. Shows a well-dressed, she wears, hold on. The card suggests that you have achieved much in your career and you are awarded accordingly. You got a lot to give, Herbie. You got a lot to give. I mean, like, I need a couple extra. I don't want to have to, like, song and dance all over the place for a couple extra. Okay, you are loaded. Okay, it says that you have spiritual gifts in abundance. And look, I am obviously spiritually empty, almost depraved, okay? And I need people like Herbie who have that self-esteem that the song didn't afford to me, because Herbie actually listened to, like, Boys to Men or TLC, and he didn't go chasing waterfalls. He stuck to the rivers and the lakes that he was used to. And instead, there I was, down on bended knee. What are we gonna do about that? Oh boy. Herbie, man, you're killing it today. You're drowning over there in all of your gold. Look at you. What are we gonna do about that? The chariot, Doc. I swear to God, that's Herbie's van. I didn't think your van was gonna show up, Herbie. You picked the cards. Okay, the chariot. That's your van. What are you doing? I hate tarot cards. I hate them because they're real. Okay? They tell stories, and I'm just here making sure that it all makes sense, or if it's not, at least have fun. You know? But here we are, Herbie. You're in your van. I swear to God, it was the chariot. The chariot card. I didn't think your van was... That's your van. We'll show the pot cards if we do the pot cards, Jody, you know. Joe, come on, Herbie, knock it off, man. Get out of my cards, okay? I don't need you anywhere near my cards. It's redonkulous what you're doing over there. Conifer cone cap. That's what the chariot. Apparently, it just takes a ride. Man, look at you, Herbie. So spiritually, like, full. You got so much to offer. You're there helping people, even in your time of need, in your time of struggle. Here you are, blue wrenching all over the place. Man. Oh, he's like, you got the lowrider going, the song. You know what I mean? Like, that's you. Nice job, Herbie. Thanks for letting me read your cards there. Yeah, alright. Joe, what do you want, my guy? Do you want, we're gonna go, let's go mushroom cards. Let's go mushroom cards. And just to make it, we've got them all. What I'll do, Joe, is I'll take those 3 cards. You can't have those 3 cards. Those are Herbie's cards. Joe, we're gonna do your cards here, and I'll put them all together, and we'll cut them one more time, and we'll go 1, 2, 3. Joe, which pile do you want, Joe? Which pile do you want? You can't have Herbie's cards, though. You can't have his van. I hate tarot. I hate it when, like, it all connects in and it all makes sense. Derek, you shouldn't have. Come on, man. CCS, you shouldn't have done that to me. Joe, which pile we rocking with? Just waiting on Joe here. We got Joe 2. All right, Joe. Pile number 2. Everybody picks 2, Joe. Nobody picks 3. Why didn't you pick 3? You should have picked. There you are. I thought you were going to be like different. I thought you were absolutely. I thought you were going to be like. I thought you were going to break apart from the pack. You know, but here you are. You're picking 2 like everybody else picked. I'm kidding. Joe, I do a then, now, and later reading. Just like where you been, where you at, and what are we going to do about it? Okay? Let's see what Tarot has to say. Let's see if I can. If your car is in here, we'll find it. Apparently, that's what Tarot is all about. So here we go, Joe. Thank you guys for sticking around, paying attention, having fun, listening to me mess around with tarot cards given to me by the CCS. All right, here we go. We got the Hermit. Joe, you've been hiding out. Joe, you've been spending a lot of time just kind of like figuring things out for a little bit there. Did you have kind of like a quiet little weekend to yourself a little bit there, Joe? I get it. Sometimes you gotta break away. I told you gotta break away. Alright? You should have picked 3. Instead, here we go. You picked 2, and now the card's like you should have broken away. You know, you broke away a little bit, but you came back. Alright, Joe, I get it, man. You took a little bit of a break. You're back. It's Monday. We're getting into it. Alright, Joe. Sandy. Morning, Sandy. Alright, Joe. The Hermit, though, it's more like, it isn't like isolation, though. It's more like you're trying to, like, by yourself put things together a little bit. You know, like, where you just kind of, like, walking. We'll learn Jean-Jacques Rousseau. We'll get the Rousseau, and it'll make sense a little bit. Like, sometimes you just got to go break free and be part of nature a little bit. We got a big philosophy thing kicking in. It's a good segue into it. So, here we go. Joe had to go hang out, he had to go be outside for a minute. Alright, Joe. Well, here we are today. What's that mean for today? Ace of Pentacles. Remember, Ace cards are like inspiration cards. And Pentacles. Which means we got a lot to offer today. Joe's been thinking. Joe's got ideas today. It's what this is. Joe's got ideas. Alright, Joe. Let's see what kind of an idea you got. Ace of Pentacles represents new beginnings, opportunities, and what is the meaning of this one? The manifestation of abundance and Joe wrote a book, wrote a self-help pamphlet that he wants you to buy for $2. If you got $2, you can make $4, no problem. All you got to do is buy 2 of these, and then Joe makes $4, no problem. If you got $2, I'll give you 1 of these, and then you can sell it, and then for $4, you will have had. I got money to make for you guys. Joe's got opportunities, okay? Money making opportunity. $2 Joe is what I'm calling him today. All right, Joe. Let's see what your $2 opportunity is today. Leading to you got the hustle. Joe's got the hustle today. Joe's making sure that like I'm hustling my own money to pay for my own F words, okay? Joe's hustling his money to pay for his own F words too. Penny is just making sure we're all like on the up and up. She's like, okay, Joe's got a job. Alright, B's got a job. Nerd Nature has a job. Like, she's just making sure we're all still employed so we can still pay. Alright, so just making. Alright, here we go. Joe, you gotta go get a job, Joe. Okay, you gotta make money. Thank God you got a good lead on a job. Let's see what that job is. 9 of Swords. Let's see what kind of job Joe has to pay the penny price. Pay the penny price. There we go. Alright, 9 of Swords. I'll show the cards here. These are beautiful cards. Beautiful 9 of Swords meaning. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means you're being plagued by fear, guilt, doubt, and worry. He's gonna pay you, Penny. Okay? He's gonna pay you. He's like, dude, I'm trying to come up with all these weird ideas because I got shit to do. I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. Okay? I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. Yeah, I know that's a song. Alright? Who doesn't have these doubts? Like, no matter how, like, I got the struggle's real. The hustle is real. Absolutely it is. That's what Joe is like. The hustle is real. We've got the blushing milk cap. For the struggle is real. The hustle is real. Nine of Swords. That's what that is. The struggle is real. Alright. We're all getting like, what is it? He's still working his ass off trying to pay off Penny. Dude, I get it, Joe. I get it. She's a hard ass. Alright, I love you guys. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Herbie, get the hell out of my tarot deck. You're not allowed anywhere near my cards anymore. I'm not doing Herbie's cards anymore. Never again. Never until, maybe, I'll probably do them again. I don't know. But, like, that was really fun to have Herbie's chariot pop up. Knock it off. Get out of the car. It's the most dangerous place to be in a hurricane is in your car. Get out of the car. Go buy a house. You got the money. You know what the silliest thing is? They were going to all of these resorts in Jamaica for reports. And all of these, like, downtrodden, like, these are world-class resorts, and these downtrodden vacationers are like, oh my god, I had to stay in this resort and eat caviar for like the past 2 days while the hurricane invaded Texas. Caviar. If you've ever had caviar, you gotta realize it's really not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. So, it's fish eggs. It's nasty, really. Alright, I love you guys for sticking it out. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be long. We're not gonna go halfway on Jean-Jacques Rousseau and the social contract. We're gonna plow through this entire thing. So we'll take a break or two. No dibble dabbles if you're thinking of dibble dabble. But we are definitely going through some Jean-Jacques Rousseau. So let's wetten up the palate a little. Let's do non-thirsty. Let's do some juicy. Do some tea. Thank you to Herbie. Thank you to Joe for letting me read your cards. Thanks to everybody for playing with me. And now we're going to learn. For the past couple months now, we've been reading from the philosophy book, Big Ideas Simply Explained. We've been learning chronologically about philosophies. Blowing our minds, some of these. I know they've been blowing my minds. You know, and like trying to figure out like what the hell are they all talking about? And also realizing that some of these people are making fun of themselves while also coming up with actual philosophies. Like David Hume was making fun of logic and says that you can't think your way out of a paper bag. You just have to get out of the bag. He's like, you can think your way into a paper bag, but not out of. It's so silly. Now here we are. Man, or human, lady, whatever, us, human, man, was born free. Yet everywhere, he is in chains. Jean-Jacques Rousseau. That's a big one. That's a big statement. Man was born free. Born free. Free as the... You know the rest of the song if you're old enough. Yet everywhere he is in chains. Here we go. Rousseau, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Rousseau was very much a product of the mid to late 18th century period known as the Enlightenment, and an embodiment of the continental European philosophy of the time. As a young man, he tried to make his name as both a musician and composer, but in 1740 he met Denis Diderot, and Jean d'Alembert, the philosopher compilers of the new encyclopedia. So we've got the guys coming up with the encyclopedia. And he became interested in philosophy. Oh, what are you guys working on? Oh, we're reading a bunch of this weird stuff. You want to read some of it with us? All right, sure. So he starts reading philosophy. The political mood in France at this time was uneasy. Enlightenment thinkers in France had begun to question the status quo, undermining the authority of both the church and the aristocracy, and advocates of social reform, such as Voltaire, continually fell foul of the overbearing censorship of the establishment. Unsurprisingly, in this so we got people trying to think outside the box, and the church and all the leaders are like, "Get back in the box!" And everyone's like, "But what if we thought outside the box? Get in the box!" Unsurprisingly, in this context, Rousseau's main area of interest became political philosophy. His thinking was influenced not only by his French contemporaries, but also by the work of English philosophers, and in particular, the idea of a social contract as proposed by Thomas Hobbes and refined by John Locke. We might get into those two later. Like them, Rousseau compared an idea of humanity in a hypothetical natural state with how people actually live in a civil society. So, farm living versus city living. But he took such a radically different view of this natural state and the way it is affected by society that it could be considered a form of counter-enlightenment thinking. It held within it the seeds of the next great movement, Romanticism. So enlightenment is like, you gotta think a lot. Romanticism is like, what are we thinking about? What? Why? How? What's going on behind all that? Can we do that? Is it like, what's the easiest way to think? Hobbes had envisaged life in the natural state as solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. This is Thomas Hobbes. But I don't know if we've actually read through Thomas Hobbes yet. I think we'll get to him soon. We got Adam Smith. Hold on. Did we already get through? Hold on. Did we do Hobbes already? Above all the others. Anyhow, Hobbes. Hobbes had thought that life was brutish and short. In his view, humanity is instinctively self-interested and self-serving, Thomas Hobbes, and that civilization is necessary to place restrictions on these instincts. So we have to have a social contract in order to limit the craziness of humanity. This is Thomas Hobbes. Rousseau, however, looks more kindly on human nature and sees civil society as a much less benevolent force. The idea that society might be a harmful influence first occurred to Rousseau when he wrote an essay for a competition organized by the Academy of Dijon, answering the question. So, Rousseau is just like dicking around answering a question. Has the restoration of the sciences and the arts contributed to refining moral practices? Well, that's a hell of a question. Rousseau answered it. The expected answer from thinkers of the time, and especially from a musician. Remember, Rousseau had composed and tried to create his own music at this time. Especially from a musician such as Rousseau, was an enthusiastic affirmative. Hell yeah, science and arts and all these academies should be good, right? But in fact, Rousseau argued that the opposite came. His discourse on the sciences and arts, which won him first prize, controversially puts forward the idea that the arts and sciences corrupt and erode morals. He argues that far from improving minds and lives, the arts and sciences decrease human virtue and happiness. Son of a bitch! The inequality of laws. Having broken with established thinking in his prize-winning and publicly acclaimed essay, Rousseau took the idea a stage further in his second essay, the Discourse on the Origin and Foundations of Inequality Among Men. The subject matter chimed with the mood of the time, echoing the calls for social reform from writers such as Voltaire. Like, we need change in this world. We gotta do something about the world. But, once again, Rousseau, we might not make it all the way through. It's all words here. Rousseau contradicted conventional thinking with his analysis. The selfish, savage, and unjust nature or state of nature depicted by Hobbes is, for Rousseau, a description not of natural man, but of civilized man. In fact, Rousseau claims that it is civil society that induces this savage state. Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. Humanity's natural state, he argues, is innocent, happy, and independent. Man is born free. The state of nature that Rousseau describes is a pastoral ideal. I-D-Y-L-L. Ideal. Ideal. Where people in their natural state are fundamentally good. So at this time we've got the concepts of, is man fundamentally evil? Hobbes says yes. Rousseau says man is fundamentally good. The English wrongly interpreted Rousseau's idea of natural man as a noble savage. But this was due to a mistranslation of the French sauvage, which means simply natural, not brutish. So, like, whatever comes, whatever, like, floats your boat is what Hobbes is, like, thinking. Instead, Englishmen are like, oh, yeah, you're like, someone without any clothes, you don't have to wear clothes, huh? Damn English. People are endowed with innate virtue and, more importantly, the attributes of compassion and empathy. But once this state of innocence is disrupted, and the power of reason begins to separate humankind from the rest of nature. Oh, so because we can be man, people become detached from their natural virtues. We could just be chewing on bones and wagging our tails like dogs if we want. But instead, we gotta be man. We gotta have a society. Yip de fucking do. That's what Rousseau was saying. Yip de effing do these laws. It's $1, sorry. Rousseau sees the fall from a state of nature and the establishment of civil society as regrettable, but inevitable, because it resulted from the human capacity for reason. Look, we're never going to not keep thinking about this, that, and the other. Like, we're always going to be thinking our way into problems. So we gotta like work our way out of problems. The process began, he thought, the first time that a man enclosed a piece of land for himself. Hey, no, this is my land. So introducing the notion of property. Oh, alright. If we didn't have property, we wouldn't have laws. As groups of people began to live side by side like this, they formed societies, which could only be maintained through a system of laws. But Rousseau claims that every society loses touch with humanity's natural virtues, including empathy, and so imposes laws that are not just, but selfish. We wouldn't have these laws if we didn't have all of this stuff around us. They are designed to protect property, and they are inflicted on the poor by the rich. The move from a natural to a civilized state, therefore, brought about a move not only from virtue, but to vice. Rousseau points out, but also from innocence and freedom to injustice and enslavement. Although humanity is naturally virtuous, it is corrupted by society. And although man is born free, the laws imposed by society condemn him to live in a life of chains. We're just rats in cages now. Rousseau's second discourse ruffled even more feathers than his first, but it gained him a reputation and quite a following. His portrayal of the state of nature as desirable and not brutal formed a vital part of the emerging Romantic movement in literature. Rousseau's rallying cry of "back to nature" and his pessimistic analysis of modern society as full of inequalities and injustices sat well with the growing social unrest of the 1750s, especially in France. Remember, at this time, we've got the French Revolution brewing up going. We've got the American Revolution brewing up and going. We've got England, like, they got a lot of writers just writing. They're laughing at the king, and the king's like, you gotta quit laughing at me. And so, like, all the British writers are like, all right, fuck it, we'll go to America, and we'll write in America. We'll go to France, and we'll write in France. We'll go to Germany, and we'll write in Germany. All right, you don't want us to write here, we'll write everywhere else, and we'll foment revolution everywhere else. So you don't want us to foment revolution here? Let's go get France. Rousseau went on to offer a solution to those not content with the stating the problem, in what is seen as perhaps his most influential work, The Social Contract. Rousseau's like, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Here we go. That's like, what is that, 75 cents? Rousseau opens his book with the challenging declaration, man is born free, yet everywhere he is in chains. He's the Jay-Z of his time, which was considered such a call for radical change that it was adopted as a slogan during the French Revolution 27 years later. Having issued his challenge, Rousseau then sets out his vision of an alternative society, run not by aristocrats, the monarchy, and the church, but by all citizens who participate in the business of legislation. All of us got problems, but a bitch ain't one. Modeled on classical Republican ideas of democracy, Rousseau imagines the citizen body operating as a unit. All of us, all of our votes gathering up, prescribing laws according to the volonté générale, or general will. The laws are to rise from all and apply to all. Everyone would be considered equal. In contrast with the social contract envisaged by Locke, which was designed to protect the rights and properties of individuals, Rousseau advocates giving legislative power to the people as a whole, for the benefit of all, administered by the general will. Everyone votes on everything all the time. He believes that the freedom to take part in the legislative process would lead to an elimination of inequality and injustice. Rousseau. And that it would promote a feeling of belonging to society. And that it would inevitably lead to the liberté, égalité, and fraternité, liberty, equality, and fraternity, that became the motto of the new French Republic. Thanks, Rousseau. In another book written in the same year, entitled Emile, or On Education, Rousseau expanded on his theme, explaining that education was responsible for corrupting the state of nature and perpetuating the evils of modern society. If only we would stop learning all this shit. In other books and essays, he concentrated on the adverse effects of both conventional religion and atheism. At the center of all his works lay the idea that reason threatens human innocence and, in turn, freedom and happiness. Instead of the education of the intellect, he proposes an education of the senses. And he suggests that our religious faith should be guided by the heart, not by the head. Go take a walk. And go see what the birds tell you what to do. Most of Rousseau's writings were immediately banned in France. Immediately. This guy's off his goddamn rocker. Immediately. You're telling we're poisoning the brains of our immediately banned. Gaining him both notoriety and a larger following. By the time of his death in 1778, revolution in France and elsewhere was imminent, and his idea of a social contract in which the general will of the citizen body controlled the legislative process, instead of one or two smartasses up there trying to make good, plans for all of us. It's all of us making good plans for all of us. It offered the revolutionaries a viable alternative to the corrupt system as it stood. But his philosophy was at odds with contemporary thinking. He's like, but try not to give too much of a shit about it. Go outside. Go, take a walk. Go fishing. Quit buying your fish at the store. If all the fish at the store are bad, then learn how to fish. That's all Rousseau was saying. We should all, quit buying all the crap that we're being taught and go learn. His philosophy was at odds with contemporary thinking, and his insistence that a state of nature was superior to civilization led him to fall out with fellow reformers such as Voltaire and Hume. Rousseau's political influence was felt most strongly during the period of revolution immediately after his death. But his influence on philosophy and political philosophy in particular emerged to a greater extent in the 19th century. So it took a while for everyone to settle down and realize that maybe Rousseau was onto something. When it comes to the brutes, maybe we weren't telling everyone to go vote. Maybe we were telling everyone that understood there's a lot going on around us. Maybe the calmer heads should prevail. Hegel introduced Rousseau's ideas of a social contract into his own philosophical system. Later, and more importantly, Karl Marx was particularly struck by some of Rousseau's work on inequality and injustice. Unlike Robespierre, one of the leaders of the French Revolution, who had appropriated Rousseau's philosophy for his own ends during the Reign of Terror, Marx fully understood and developed Rousseau's analysis of capitalist society and the revolutionary ideas and means of replacing it. Marx's Communist Manifesto ends with a nod to Rousseau, encouraging the proletarians that they have nothing to lose but their chains. So Rousseau is telling us to go look at the moon again. We're just paying our bills so we can go look at the moon. That's all Rousseau. How many laws do we really need to tell us we're just trying to pay our bills? He's like the first libertarian. I just want my weed. Do we have to really alright, if we have to vote on weed, can we just vote? That's what, dab it up. That's all Rousseau's saying. He's the first pothead trying to come up with pothead law. It's like, man, can we just like smoke a little weed and chill out a little bit? You know? Meanwhile, the bourgeois is like, no, you can't have any of our. Dude, your weed's really good though. You can't have any of our weed. Speaking of weed, let's dab it out. Let's do it. We haven't done it. We haven't dabbed out. I'm absolutely gonna get this is in honor of. Let's dab it out. I owe for the. It's $5 every dab. Herbie and I have talked, and he's like, if you're gonna do this on camera, it's gonna cost you $5. So it's $5. This is gonna be a $15 moment right here. So here you go, Herbie. This all goes to making sure Herbie's van survives the hurricane as it invades Texas. So the chariot showed up. So here we go. Dibble. Dabble. This one hurts. Double. Oh boy. There we are, folks. That's our day. Dibble dabble dooble. Thanks to everyone that's showing up here. Thanks to Joe. Thanks to Herbie. CCS, Derek Anderson. Thanks to the Waz. Thanks to Nerd Nature. Thanks to Herbie. Thanks to CCS. Nerd Nature is what I meant to say. Thanks to Hager. Thanks to everyone that's showing up today. Thanks to 5280, Lord of Wine. Thanks to Deborah Pearl. Thanks to Sandman. He showed up early. Check out thedetroitmushlab.net. thedetroitmushlab.net, and you can see some of the stuff provided to us, offered by CCS, and also offered by I think Cleanie's on there still, and Sandman. So check that stuff out. It's all mushroom stuff, right? Mushrooms, right? So check that out. It's gonna be a hot one today. So I'm gonna let's try and stay cool, get in the shade, and whatnot. So here's the thing. I'll be honest. I kind of don't. Give me some emotes. I like seeing the emotes, but I don't really want to. I feel like it's during the scroll the trolls show up, because you know I'm about to read your shit, and I really don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But like Shanti, Michael Patterson and crew, like I don't want to read the troll stuff, and so I'm just kind of like trying to say people's names that I know and everyone that I've seen today and such. So if we could do that, I guess, just throw me emotes and like hearts or whatever, or flames, or like give me that to scroll out on, and I'll see your scroll outs and whatnot. But I think maybe we just kind of like cut the scroll a little. I don't know. Can we do that a little? Just do that, Herbie. With you wrenched yourself, or you're gonna have to wrench. Don't do it. All right, maybe we'll do that. We'll try. I feel a little, but don't worry, Penny. Don't worry, Laura. I got it under control. I got it way under control. There we go. We got emotes coming up. Let's scroll this up, and then try and pack everything up while I see scrolls of emotes, and say, scroll each other out. Scroll yourselves out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you all to be like, come oh yeah, I heard you said goodbye to me, and like, oh, Laura said goodbye to me, and like, shout to everybody to, from Michael Patterson, and Matt, he's driving the truck right now, he's like honking this, like, alright, it's like, why can't we be friends? I didn't do that one time during the tarot readings. Maybe we won't do the pot tarot cards. I don't know. Alright. So I've been practicing this all week, and I think I got it down. I think if you take an arm like this, I don't know, if you take an arm here, right, and then you take another arm right there. Yeah, I practice this every day, Laura. Every day I practice this, and I you guys too. If you one hand here, like, or grab, like, just grab on, and then grab on right there, and then just like, you squeeze a little bit. Oh man, you can feel like a little bit of the stress tension coming out, and you feel it, and you know where the stress tension goes into your elbows, and then you know what you do with your elbows? You swing them. And you know what happens when you swing your elbows? The stress swings off the elbows, right? And so, like, every time you get one of these, you do, like, when you just put the stress in your elbow, like, you don't even know where your elbows go after you get one of these, Laura? Do you? Penny? Yeah, no one knows, unless you're doing it, like, in the crowd, you're like, yeah, let me get one of these, yeah, like, one of these, like, then you're shoving elbows into other people's arms. I haven't even said the word yet, and but all of this is danger, right? Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson. All in the manner of, like, you're actually, like, you're a walking weapon full of stress-filled elbows after you give one of these. Until, like, and then you just kind of, like, swing it off, right? And then you swing it off after you give off. And now you're ready to get another one of these, because now you're like, alright, I got empty elbows. Now I got to fill my elbows back with some stress. And it's just every time you give a hug, you get a hug, is what I'm saying. And then you also get stress-filled elbows, and you got to swing the elbow, you got to shove the, alright. So you can tell if you got a hug by the way you're walking, because you're going to want to swing the stress off the elbows. Right? Don't you walk a little like, alright, I got a hug. Yeah, alright. And swinging, there goes the stress flying off the, I don't know what I'm coming up with. I love you guys. Stress off, what the hell? Bucky. This is so silly. The wand. No boogers. Boogers. Give a hug, get a hug. Love you guys.